Hello, everyone. It is so nice to see so many joining already. Hi, everyone. I am Kimberly, and I am back again, like I promised the last time. We had a very overwhelming response, and let me tell you all about that. But everyone knows Jay. Jay is back on call with me again, and we both of us are super excited to have this conversation again because of all the overwhelming responses that we had. Over to you, Jay.
Hey everyone, hey, how are you doing? So Kim, as you said, we really had an overwhelming response last webinar. And actually, Niharika from the brand Asus reached out to us. And we set up like an entirely personalized demo for Niharika and showed her the entire platform. And we came to know that, Engati could actually help Asus in a lot of ways in, customer engagement, customer retention, and providing better customer support. So we're currently in talks, and, hopefully next time we're here, we'll probably be showing you what we built for Asus.
I am super excited and I'm looking forward to what we can have been doing for ACES and how it's actually helping the global community. Well, before we dive into the webinar, like I always start it with asking a question. And my question for today is do you remember the last time you had a successful marketing campaign? The most successful strategies that you've used? Did you manage to get the desired output out of it? Did you manage to boost sales, establish good relations with your customers? But my question to you is, can you really pull all of that off with just one channel, and that's WhatsApp?
So Kim, let me ask you something. Why are you so focused on WhatsApp? Why aren't you talking about email? Why aren't you talking about SMS? What happened to traditional marketing? What has WhatsApp got that the others don't? Enlighten us.
That is correct. And it has to be WhatsApp because all of the big brands are hopping there. But let me tell you what really happened to the channels that we used to use prior. Emails. Let me show you some numbers. The open rate of emails is 3 to 5%, which means hardly anyone is actually even checking out your emails. SMS has an open rate of 0 to 1%. Like personally, I don't even consider the inbox of my phone to even exist. It's just that when I receive any OTP, that's when I check that out. But all the best brands out there, and I am talking of Zomato, I am talking of Myntra, I'm talking about all these banking companies. They're actually all using WhatsApp, sending messages to us. Even the shopping apparel companies like Pantaloons, you have Lifestyle, all of these are sending messages on WhatsApp, and it is proven successful to them. The customers are responding back to them. They are getting, they're using their discounts, making use of that. All of that is just happening, and all that is happening on WhatsApp. It's actually a platform that you and me, we open 23 times a day. I mean, that is one channel where no one can leave a message unread or unattended. And hey, I mean, brands have to hop in there, right? I mean, that's the most untapped channel. WhatsApp gives an open rate of 98%. That means if even now someone sends me a message, I'm going to check out, or at least check out from the notification what the message is all about. And a response rate of 80%. If not, I mean, once they open, they obviously have to reply to that or at least check it out or respond back.
So you know what? That brings me to a few of the brands that Engati is actually using, that actually using Engati to engage with their customers on WhatsApp. So let me quickly show you a few stats and a few case studies that we have, brought up with the data that we got from these brands in order to show you the kind of responses that they're getting. So first one being LiveSpace. Everyone's heard of LiveSpace. Everyone watches the IPL. They actually sponsor the IPL. So LiveSpace is into the entire home interior designing space. And more than 79% of queries that came into LiveSpace were answered by the chatbot. So LiveSpace works with Ingati both in India as well as Singapore. So both the entities work with Ingati. And more than 79% of the queries were actually answered with chat automation. And resolution time of queries was actually reduced by up to 89%. So it was, a great way for them to use chat automation in order to provide better, faster quotes to customers for their, home needs. directly using WhatsApp and using Ingati. The next one that I'd like to talk to you about is HDFC Capital. So HDFC Capital Advisors primarily came to Ingati with the need, saying that they had a prop tech event. They had an in-person event, but guess what? They used actually chatbots and chat automation to solve it, to solve for the need of more people to actually attend the event. So what they did was they actually sent out invites to more than 1,000 people, and 931 people registered for the event on WhatsApp. Moreover, what they did was every time a new update was taking place at the event in real time, Ingati's team was there to support them and actually send out real time updates to the attendees of the event. And guess what? It was a huge success.
We have L&T also coming in. Very curious to know how L&T is actually helped since it's been like a very big brand across countries.
Right. So what L&T was doing again, it was dealing with customer queries in real time, and obviously, as we all know, scaling something like that is something that's close to impossible. It's not possible for one human to deal with 10 customer queries at one time. So 8.8 times the users were handled by the bot. So essentially, almost the bot was trained well enough that out of the 10 people coming in, almost nine of the queries were taken care of with automation that put the load of the agents and helped them actually focus on the queries that were very specific and needed human intervention to solve for.
That is very true. And I really want to emphasize on the one thing that you mentioned, Jay, was all of this has led to happy customers. And that is something that, really gets me thinking on because, hey, I mean, you can keep solving for all the issues that you have, but actually turning out to have happy, loyal customers is a big thing. But hey, Jay, I mean, we've seen tremendous responses of these big brands, but I'm sure these questions might arise from all the people attending the webinar is how easy or difficult is it to send these broadcasts? So can everyone do it or what are the things they would need and how can we really go about all of this?
You know what may sound like a painstaking and very high effort process, but actually you can actually send out more than 1 million messages to your customers in less than 5 minutes. All you need is a contact list of the customers that you want to send the messages to, and you need a template message approved by Meta in order to reach out to these customers. And don't worry, you think you need content writers to actually come up with those template messages. We have you covered. We have a lot of template messages that have shown great success and high open rates on WhatsApp from all of our top customers for you to use to replicate for your brands in order to replicate their success. So what I'm going to do now is actually going to actually present my screen and walk you through how this entire process takes place on Ingati's dashboard. So you know what? I'm going to actually create a new broadcast here and actually send a message to one of the people on this call. So can we have a few numbers put up in the chat? I'll send one of you all a template message in real time, so you guys actually get to have a look and feel of what it would look like on your phones when I send you a message.
Yes, Jay. Please do add my number as well. I want to check this out as well.
Definitely. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set this up. So to set it up, it's very easy. I'm just selecting my target channel that I wish to send send the message to. And that's going to be WhatsApp. And I'm going to select a template message. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite someone to this webinar. And I'm going to quickly put up an image from my PC, which I'm going to attach to this message. So that actually shows you that you can attach multimedia to this message, be it a PDF, be it a picture, be it a video. So you want to engage with your customers, in a very interactive manner and also attach certain creatives. That is something that is 100% possible using our solution. So this is what the message would actually look like. Now, as you can see, I can actually select an entire contact list. So all you have to do is populate like an Excel sheet full of full of the data that you want to target, and you can just select a contact list, upload it onto our system, and send out the message to them. And as you can see, you can either send the message now, or you can actually run it like a drip campaign. You can, repeat it once, daily, weekly, monthly, and set up certain times at which you wish to target these people in order to set up an entire sort of campaign, outreach campaign directly on WhatsApp. So for right now, I'm just going to send it to one of the people in the chat. So let me quickly open the chat here and check whose number have I got. Guys, someone put your number in the chat so I can send it. All right, Gitish. You're the lucky one. I'm going to send you the message. One second.
It is actually just so exciting to actually
Yeah,
know that you could pick out a number and just send
yeah.
it right
So
away.
Kim, it would be really helpful if you can just dictate the number to me.
Yes, I will do that. 7021 644 573. That is
So,
Jitesh Mishra's number.
and that's how easy it is, right? I confirm the broadcast, and the broadcast has been sent from Ingati's. And this exact message is going to land on your phone from Ingati's official number. And as you can see, I've got a confirmation that quick. So that's how fast it is to actually send the message. And Gitesh, you can actually confirm with us in the chat that you have actually received the message from our end.
Wow, he already received it and said that was really quick. That
Great.
is some crazy thing that WhatsApp broadcast can actually do. And for everyone hearing me, we have the biggest news of this quarter already. So we have India's biggest startup edtech client. It came via a partner, so we can't really give out the name, but they have sent 1 million messages via broadcast to 1 million users. Can you believe it? All in a single day. That is some crazy news, and I'm so excited to see the review and the analytics of this. Well, Jeff, now
Yeah.
that we've managed to know that 1 million users have received these messages and how simple and easy it is to really go ahead with this. Let's say worst case scenario, 1% of our messages people respond. That leaves us with like what, 10,000 queries? Now 10,000 queries, 10,000 responses. Now, is that a good problem to have or a bad problem? Well, all the marketing folks there out will completely agree to me. Where I would even say it's a good problem to have, because hey, we have 10,000 people who've responded to your copy, like responded to your the image that you sent and all this crazy stuff. But the customer success and customer support team won't really agree with me. They'll be like, Kim, no, it is a very bad problem and probably the most tedious solution to even take care of. It's because how are you even going to make justice to all those 10,000 responses that you have? You have to take, I mean, they have a team of probably like what, 5 to 10 people handling all of this, making justice. That wouldn't really be possible. Jay, please help me out here.
So you know what? You're absolutely right. Putting myself in the shoes of someone with customer success, if I have 10,000 people to reach out to respond to at one go, it's an absolutely daunting task put in front of me. But don't worry about that, because actually Ingati allows you to respond to most of those queries using automation. So you are absolutely stress free. You know that in real time, as in when it could be in the middle of the night as well, a customer actually responds to you. You have an automation, you have a conversation already set out for the customer to actually ask queries, get responses, maybe go through all the products and services that you offer right then and there. And you could make, who knows, you could probably even make a sale or collect, a very valuable lead that your team could reach out to and close it out. So let me quickly present my screen and walk you through, how this entire thing works. So this is WhatsApp, right? We all receive messages on WhatsApp nowadays. So as you can see, these WhatsApp messages, they have, they have a creative attached. They have these messages underneath. Now I can actually just tap on one of these buttons or click on one of these buttons. And as you can see, right, for example, if I'm looking for mutual funds, I just click on that button. So this is one of our customers, Trade Plus Online, which is into, which is an online brokerage platform. So you can see as soon as I click on that, it's a direct reply to me. So I'm not waiting for someone to guide me through how to open an account or how to, download their app on mutual funds. It's just telling me I need three things to get started, and I can click on that link and directly open an account. So that's how easy and quick it is for someone to reply on WhatsApp. And you must be thinking, shit, this is going to be really hard to actually do and really hard to maybe code on the back end. But on our solution, it's actually very simple. It's you just have to drag and drop and create the entire customer journey in a very simple flow chart kind of manner. So building this entire thing out, solving for customer queries is something that is 100% doable by everyone, even a common layman on Ingati can actually build the entire thing out. And let's just say that's 95% of queries answered by automation, which is a large number. There might be like 5 to 10% of people who's actually, who actually really need human intervention, who need to speak to someone from the team. Don't worry, we've covered for that as well. What we have is, a chat inbox, which allows an agent at your end to actually view all the chats. And at any point they see a customer struggling or a customer makes a reach out saying they do want to speak to a human being or they do want to speak to an agent, from this very inbox, an agent can actually take up the conversation and start chatting with the customer. It's great for customer experience because I, as a customer, don't have to switch over to email and wait for 24 hours for a response. The agent gets a notification right then and there. And on the same channel, be it on a WhatsApp chat or a website chat or whichever chat that they are actually present on, the agent can actually join the conversation then and there and start answering the customer queries, which makes for a great customer experience.
That is amazing how you can actually use a lot of things, not just messages, to actually engage with customers. And hey, before we go ahead, I have Ved Prakash Singh who has just asked us to repeat. But hey, Ved Prakash, don't worry. We are obviously going to generate a YouTube link and we'll make sure you receive the recording of this. Going ahead is the most trending thing going on right now. Everyone's talking about WhatsApp newsletter. What is the WhatsApp newsletter? Let me take a few minutes to explain this. So we all of us are sending product newsletters, product announcements, product features, so on and so forth via email. Like I've mentioned before, emails have an open rate of 3 to 5%, which means hardly anyone's have even opened and checked out your newsletters. But what if I tell you that you can send the same message of your newsletter? The newsletter content could be then optimized and sent it via WhatsApp again, which gives you a 90% OR, and you can then send it. So don't worry about it. It's not something new in the market. It is the same WhatsApp broadcast you are sending out to your clients. So don't worry about that.
So Kim, we spoke about large numbers. You mentioned one of our customers actually sent out messages to 1 million people.
Correct.
But what I've heard is, I think some people in the chat mentioned it as well. That there's always a risk of numbers getting blocked. There's always a risk of spamming your customers. There's always that risk that lies on the WhatsApp side, which is why people are scared to enter this entire realm. So, are there some best practices that we can follow in order to still keep on continuously reaching out on a consistent basis to those customers, while at the same time staying safe, making sure our customers aren't getting irritated or getting spammed with our messages, and the responses keep flowing in and business is good?
Yes, Jay, I have definitely got you covered. And you're right when you say that numbers could go out and spam. People could just block your number and then you cannot really flag your number on WhatsApp. You might lose the green ticks on and so forth. But I have put together 5 pointers, which I'll roughly go over in 2 minutes, really quick. And the rest of it, I'm going to make a resource bucket, which I'm going to share with you immediately after we finish talking. And you can have access to all the content that we spoke about, the templates, the messages, the blogs, everything related to WhatsApp broadcast and WhatsApp marketing in general. The first thing and the most important thing is have a quality lead set. What I mean by that is, do not just go buying phone numbers. Just do not go and just picking out random lead sets online and just sending your messages. A very bad thing to do. Create a legit list. How you're going to do that is, obviously you're having traffic coming on your blogs, your website. Drop in a QR code, drop in a link there, and you can see your traffic actually converting and you getting all these phone numbers back in. There are 8 more other things that you can do. Again, I'm going to put that in the resource block so you know where you can find and things that you can actually do to create maybe that 1 million lead set. Number 2 is give them an option to opt out. I mean by that is, give them an option to opt out of the sequence that you're going to send them. Because if you don't and you continuously send messages maybe weekly or monthly, and it could be a little frustrating for users, and maybe they wouldn't want those messages, so they're just going to like spam you, block your number again. And we don't want that, because then again, bad user experience, and you're going to lose your number again. My next question and is, what quality, when I say quality, what do I mean by quality? One was obviously going to have the ones that opt in and engage with yours. I would say have a mix of both the opt-ins and the customers or the numbers that you want to reach out. Your brand wants to reach out to maybe explore a new set of community, a new set of brands, right? Have a mix of both, because here's what's going to happen. When you add a mix, even if you have people who are opting out, the comparative ratio is still in your favor. So you're safe there. See, we're saving your number. Number 4, and the most important thing again, is having quality content. Make sure you have options of your copy or images that you're sending, so that you know from the dashboard you can actually get insights, and it will tell you what message is receiving the best clicks, the best responses. So you can modify the template and actually know what really works for your type of audience. Number 5, and the most thing, I will not take much of your time. The last one, and the rest I'm going to add in the resource bucket. The 5th one is have multiple numbers. Don't just have one number where you keep sending broadcasts. By that I mean, have a different number for customer support, have a different number for marketing. For example, let me give you an example. Supposing you have a customer who is in contact with your customer success team and is working on resolving a query. And then that same number is set to send a marketing message, marketing strategy has sent a message, and it comes right in between of the conversation. That is a complete turn off. They will have to repeat themselves to get their query solved again. And it would just be hopping paths, right? We don't want to do that. So again, bad customer experience, don't do that. Have different numbers. And there are many other things that I would really like to mention, but because we'll be running out of time and I don't want to bore you guys with a lot of information, I'm sure you can take time out for yourself, figure out what your problem is, what you really want to solve. And I'm sure we at Engati are here to answer each and every question. There are many other things, like I would like to mention how you get the QR code, how to get the green tick. I know all of you all are dying to know those questions. Well, I'm going to put that out in the resource bucket. We will just show the QR code. Here we go. You can pull out your phones, scan the QR code and get access to all of the content for free right now. So while you do that, let me tell you, honestly, now I think you're pretty convinced when me and Jay have literally said it time and again, and every minute we've repeated that WhatsApp has become an essential tool for businesses. If you really want to connect with your customers, you really want to simplify the communications you have and increase sales and revenue, definitely it comes down to that. So remember, follow these best practices so that you can analyze your campaign's performance and get the best out of the best. Well, that was pretty much it. But hey, I know you're having a lot of questions. You can reach out to me personally. You can reach out to Jay. Jay is a super enthu person and loves talking to people, like he mentioned earlier. So you can reach out to us on LinkedIn. We're available. LinkedIn, just drop in our names. You can get it there. You can reach out to Engati by dropping in an email where you can actually talk to us, maybe tell us a few questions that you're really troubled with and need help with. We can help you with solutions that we can provide. You can reach out to us also on social media. We're available on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Wherever you go, you can find Engati. And I think we will open the floor for any question and answers. We have a couple of minutes. We can answer some of them right away.
Yeah, so Kim, I think while you were talking, the questions were already flooding in. So the first one's from Kritik. So do I need to pay to convert my WhatsApp account to a WhatsApp business account? Well, yeah, technically, Meta does charge a certain fee to actually convert your normal WhatsApp account into a WhatsApp business API. And you would actually have to delete your WhatsApp account, be prepared to lose all your chats, and then you're going to have to use that same number on a WhatsApp business account. So what we typically recommend to customers is that just use a new number or use a landline number, because we can even get that activated on WhatsApp. Pretty cool, isn't it? Kritik again, so how many contacts can be uploaded in one go for WhatsApp broadcast? You can upload more than 1 lakh or 100,000 contacts in one go for a WhatsApp broadcast. The Pianti is asking, can I use pre-designed templates to send out WhatsApp broadcasts? Do I need to get them verified? Well, yeah, you can use pre-designed templates, but yes, you do need to get them verified. The good thing is though that once they're verified, you can then use them n number of times and send them to various sets of customers at the same time. So you get a pre-designed template approved from Meta, and after that you can actually use it n number of times. And how frequently should I use broadcast? Well, it completely depends on how aggressive do you want to be. As mentioned, we have a few best practices. You don't want to be spamming your customers, but obviously, the customers that are receptive to your broadcast are probably liking the content that you're sending them. There shouldn't be any stopping them. So, Gaurav, can we integrate third-party app for reporting purposes? Absolutely. We can integrate with most third-party cloud CRM or ERP systems on our platform.
Mustafa here is asking us how to send broadcast message over WhatsApp. Meanwhile, Meta is detecting and blocking broadcasting and required to approve the template before sending it.
So yeah, as I mentioned, Mustafa, right, you have to actually get the message approved and you have to use an official WhatsApp business API. That's when the blocking is not going to be an issue. And as Kim mentioned, you need to provide your customers with an opt-out as well. So that the ones who are opting out, you cannot actually go on spamming them because Meta counts that as spam and then goes ahead and blocks your number. But if you're following the best practices put up in our resource blog, then you'd be absolutely good to go.
I hope that answered your question, Mustafa.
So Mustafa, I think the reason that the template was marked as spam was because the 100 people in your contact list must have either opted out or must have marked your number as spam. So as we said, right, probably improve the quality of your contacts and then try sending the same template. Because if the template was verified, that means there was no issue with it. So it was probably the target audience that wasn't very receptive to it. So it could possibly be a reason. So you can just get a new one reapproved and try again.
So like I said, getting a good quality list is most essential. So again, in the resource blog, we're going to have the 10 things that you can do to get the most accurate lead set. And you can actually form that contact list, which will actually engage with your brand and won't let you go deep inside spam again. I think, Jay, we've covered most of anything. We'll wait for a couple more minutes.
Yeah, Mustafa, absolutely. You could do that. You could reach out to me directly. I think, you can just reach out to me directly on LinkedIn and we can set something up.
We have another question. Can I use the WhatsApp chatbot to retarget and engage customers? Definitely.
Yeah, Kritik, absolutely. You can use the WhatsApp chatbot. So if anyone's engaged with your business before and you want to retarget them, you want to maybe re-engage and see if they'd be willing to do business again, that's something that's 100% possible. And Ananya, I think I already mentioned that you can upload more than 100,000 at one go. So, Shilpi, I think it's a good mix of both, to be honest. So, retargeting is something. So it depends on what kind of, position your brand holds in the market, right? If you're already an established brand, it probably means you already have a lot of customers. So your major focus is just going to be to maybe focus on those customers and not more customer acquisition. Whereas with newer startups in that space, right, they're collecting leads, they're doing a lot of performance marketing, collecting those qualified leads and then you're actually reaching out to them for new acquisition. So it completely depends on what your strategy is in the market, where your brand is placed in the market. Probably connect with us personally, and we can walk you through a few experiences.
That is awesome. We have another question, Jay. Do we need WhatsApp API to send out these broadcasts to larger audiences?
Yes, you do need the WhatsApp API. And Dipyanti, yes, you can also track the performance of each broadcast campaign. You can actually track how many people are opening the message, how many people is the message being delivered to, and how many people are even clicking on the message. All of those analytics are available. And Mustafa, we'd be happy to give you a demo. I think someone from our team will reach out to you.
Awesome. Another one is, can I edit a broadcast list or do I keep making new ones?
No, you would actually have to make a new broadcast list. However, if you uploaded a contact list, you can make changes in it and select specific contacts that you wish to send it to.
Do I need to pay to convert my WhatsApp account to a WhatsApp business account?
Yeah, I think I already mentioned, answered that twice before that typically, yes, that comes at a cost and that's something we can help you with. So Gaurav, it typically takes between 4 to 24 hours for template message approval from Meta. And Gitesh, yeah, it is something that is definitely available on WhatsApp. So let me just put it out there that the green tick is not necessary to use something like this. You can still use the WhatsApp Business API and have a chatbot without the green tick. However, a green tick application is something Ingati's team can definitely help you with. And of course, if you have a few media links that you can help us with, I think we can make a strong case and get you a green tick.
I think we've covered everything. Yes, Ved Prakash, you've raised your hand. Would you like to drop in your question?
Yeah, ma'am. Can I have your Insta ID or mail ID?
Yes, we will be putting it in the chat section. It is contact@engati.com. You can reach out to us, or we'll make sure that we reach out to you. Jay, myself, we will personally reach out to you, and we can then go ahead. Thank you so much, Ved Prakash.
Thanks, ma'am.
Well, that is it. I hope this was a meaningful conversation, because I personally, was so excited to have this conversation. And I was like, Jay, we really need to do this conversation again, because we had such an overwhelming response about all of this. But hey, we're here, and we're here to solve your queries. So you can reach out to me, or you can reach out to Jay. We're available on LinkedIn. The links are in. You can reach out to Engati directly on all social media channels. And hey, we have something crazy coming up for the next webinar. So stay tuned. If you're already following Engati on LinkedIn, you know what it is all about. But hey, we're going to stay tuned. I'm going to see you soon, maybe in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned and hang in there. We're going to come up with some crazy news. Thanks
everyone.
Thank you for joining.